What's good, YouTube and TikTok? Your boy Lee Way back with another NBA sports content video. In this NBA sports content video, I'm gonna tell y'all my playoff predictions for the first round of the Eastern and the Western Conference. So I know I'm a little late. I know the game one's passed, but I'm gonna just tell y'all my predictions because it's only one game. I can't tell the future. So anyway, so the Cavs in the East. I said Cavs in the East. The Cavs in the Heat. I got the Cavs winning in 5 or 6 games because I feel like the Heat are like a hard knocks team, a nitty gritty team. You really gotta like beat because you could beat them, but you really gotta beat them because they're not gonna stop. You know, they're not gonna stop applying pressure. On the court, and they're not. They don't care who they face. They're just gonna play. But I feel like the Cleveland role players and their star power is just gonna stop the Heat from winning the series. So I got the Cavs in 6 or 5. So Celtics Magic, the Magic, they're just like the Heat. It's like they're like similar to the Heat when it comes to that nitty gritty type offense, type defense, you know. But their star power is not that, it's nowhere near Boston. Powell's gonna be a future superstar. Franz Wagner, I feel like he's gonna be a good star long term for the Magic. But Boston, from star power to role players, they're a way better team. So I got the Celtics in 4 or 5. The Knicks Pistons. See, this one is just a little tricky. You know, the Knicks should destroy the Pistons, but the Pistons had, I know it's the regular season, but the Pistons beat the Knicks the whole year, and the Pistons, they know how to run certain schemes to beat the Knicks. But I don't know, something with JB Bickerstaff, like he's a good coach in the regular season, but playoff time, I don't know. He's a little iffy. And I feel like the Knicks do have more experience than the Pistons. So I would say Knicks in 6 or 7, depending on how Thibodeau play his players. Because Thibodeau plays be giving his main players like 50 minutes every game, even if they're up like 15. But due to experience and their star power, I got the Knicks winning in 6 or 7. So the Pacers Bucks. So they saying Dame might come back. I don't know. It's just he just came off a blood clot. I don't know. Like I don't think you could just play coming off a blood clot. Like you could die. So I don't think Dame coming back. And most likely if Dame's not coming back, I got Indiana in like 6. Yeah, I got Indiana at 6 because I think Giannis is good enough to win 2 games without Dame. And the Pacers defense is a little iffy, but their role players and the offensive scheme and flow, this is gonna destroy the Bucks defense because the Bucks defense is sus. So yeah, I got the Pacers beating the Bucks in 6. So the Thunder Grizzlies last night was atrocious. I can't lie, but I know it's just one game, but the Thunder just showed like they're very superior to a lot of teams, and their star power to the role players are great. And the Grizzlies, they fired Taylor Jenkins, so their offensive scheme changed, and you know they have a new system now because the other system, Jaren Jackson was dominant, and now it's just strictly John Desmond Bain or everybody else just fall in line. And I think if they keep playing ice ball against the Thunder, they might get swept. But I got the Thunder in 5. I think the Grizzlies good for a game. In my opinion. So yeah, the next series we got 3 more. Rockets Warriors. So the Warriors won last night off of Curry heroics. You know, um, the Rockets, they're young. They're gritty. They got a top 3 coach in the league, Ime Udoka. Um, this series is a little tricky too because it could go either way. But I got the Warriors winning in 6 or 7 because experience and they got I think down the stretch they're a better team than the Rockets because the Rockets, those players on the Rockets, outside of Dylan Brooks, Steven Adams, and Fred VanVleet, they don't really know. They never really met that real pressure yet. So I'm gonna say the Warriors winning 6 or 7 due to experience and playing down the stretch. So the Lakers Timberwolves, okay. Timberwolves dominated the Lakers game 1. You know, Um, you know, Timberwolves got a great defense. They got great depth. They got centers that could, hurt the Lakers. But I don't know how. I don't think Julius Randle Gobert is gonna be reliable like when the games get tighter. And Luke and LeBron are the smartest players on the court. And I know they don't got a center, but you know their IQ is gonna could win them this series. So I generally think the Timberwolves can win this series, but due to Luka and LeBron IQ and Finney Smith, Vando, if they actually keep defending at a great level, and if Austin Reeves has one of those games, I say the Lakers win in six. It could potentially go to seven, but I'm gonna say Lakers in six. Okay, Denver Clippers. So Denver tried their coach Mike Malone. You know, they still got the best player in the league, the MVP, Jokic. You know, they still got Jamal Murray. They got Russell on the bench, Aaron Gordon. I get all that. I feel like Clippers got better depth. Kawhi's healthy. Harden's actually playing great. Because player time, I don't trust Harden, but I feel like the Nuggets defense is such, and I feel like the Clippers could win this series in 6 or 7. That's how I feel about that series. I feel like the Clippers, down the stretch, is going to be more reliable because of their defense and what's it called, and their offense is gonna, you know, make Jokic stink because Jokic got to defend 10 times harder than what he actually had to do, a few years ago. And if Jamal Murray's not clicking, then I'm not really worried about the Nuggets. So I say Clippers winning 6 or 7. Ooh, what's your player prediction? I'm out of here.